An historic event for the third time, this time in Washington, D.C. And for the first time, Donald Trump facing federal charges for events that took place while he was president. The 45th president of the United States now officially charged with 4 federal counts related to what prosecutors say were his attempts to overturn the results of the 2020 election. Right now, as you are taking a live look with us here on NewsNation, Donald Trump is on his way back to New Jersey. What you're looking at is Reagan National Airport in Virginia, just across the Potomac here from Washington, D.C. This is the pool feed, the group that is following the president. We expect Donald Trump to get out of one of those vehicles, those Secret Service protected vehicles, soon and board his plane, potentially even before then, stopping to talk and make some comments. As with Donald Trump, you never know until it happens. Stay with us as we continue to follow it. The Hill on NewsNation starts right now. And welcome once again. I'm Blake Berman. Thanks for being here on The Hill on NewsNation. Joining me to discuss this latest arraignment for Donald Trump, Leland Vitter, NewsNation chief Washington anchor, host of On Balance. You've been here for quite some time. You need the 30-second. You need the full timeout. What do you need here, brother?
A cup of coffee, I think, is coming here in a minute. Looking forward to passing the baton over. I want to go back to those live pictures, though. I think that's the thing to continue to look at here of the motorcade pulling up to President Trump's plane. It's noteworthy the last time this aircraft landed at Washington Reagan's airport was when it brought Donald Trump here the day or 2 days after he won the 2016 election. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then he went to go meet with President Obama and drove back. And now he is coming to Washington, D.C. and leaving Washington, D.C. as the first former president of the United States ever under indictment, and under indictment in this case for his behavior while in office. So
you and I used to spend some time at the basement of the White House talking just like this, sitting this close to each other, and we both know you never know what will happen with Donald Trump.
Well, not only do you never know what...
Let's just stick on these pictures for a second, because if Donald Trump ends up talking, now is kind of the moment. So as Leland has been talking about, this is the pool. There are lots of journalists all over Washington, all over this country, and there's a select group that is chosen on this day to broadcast these images to everyone for obvious reasons. We're talking about a former president of the United States. As we all know, Donald Trump, before he used to board Air Force One, he might talk, he might not. What's happening right now is they are getting ready to see if Donald Trump will give his first comments. If that indeed happens, we'll break in. Let's keep these pictures up live, though. But joining us here, Rena Shaw, Republican strategist, Scott Bolden, former, what's the title, Scott? Tell me. Tell me.
D.C. Chamber of Commerce, Pat.
There we go.
Chair of the, I had to think about it, forgive me. D.C. Chamber, President, Democratic Party.
There we go. And Bill McGinley, the former Trump cabinet secretary. We'll get to all of you in a second, but we want to keep these pictures up. It is a little bit of a wet day here in our nation's capital, but you can see the umbrella out, so that shouldn't potentially stop Donald Trump. If we end up hearing anything from Donald Trump here, Leland, what do you expect?
Well, important to point out that Donald Trump is the one choreographing all of this. And Hogan Gidley made a great point that when it comes to the Trump show, it is Donald Trump himself who views himself as his best spokesperson, as the best choreographer of what happens. To me, the preview to this statement is what he's been saying on Truth Social for the past couple of days, and if not, most importantly, this morning, when he said, I'm one indictment away from being assured that I will win the election. And he views these, obviously there's legal challenges, but then there is the issue of the politics surrounding all of this. And as we've seen over the past couple of indictments, it's helped him politically in poll numbers and in fundraising. We'll take a listen.
Very sad day for America. And it was also very sad driving through Washington, D.C. and seeing the filth and the decay and all of the broken buildings and walls and the graffiti. This is not the place that I left. It's a very sad thing to see it. When you look at what's happening, this is a persecution of a political opponent. This was never supposed to happen in America. This is the persecution of the person that's leading by very, very substantial numbers. in the Republican primary and leading Biden by a lot. So if you can't beat him, you persecute him or you prosecute him. We can't let this happen in America. Thank you very much.
Do you want these trials to happen before the 2024 election?
Well, it was typical that we heard from Donald Trump, Leland. I think a bit atypical that it was that brief. Donald Trump getting aboard his plane. He will head back to New Jersey, and we will see what happens, of course, with this case. We know the next court appearance is at the end of this month, August 28th.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.